Another contract situation ongoing is Jamar Chase with the Cincinnati Bengals. And last week, he was back at practice for a time, and there was a lot of optimism that things were moving in the right direction. But Zach Taylor even admitted later, he probably put his foot in his mouth, had one of those moments where he spoke too soon about Jamar Chase being back and that he'd be available for week 1. And then Jamar Chase said, you know what, actually, I'm not going to show up to practice anymore. So Zach Taylor has since called the situation fluid, called him day to day as he continues not to practice, trying to get this contract extension done. And it's an interesting situation here, Mike, because you have an ownership group that is, let's call them stubborn. They've been, fiscally responsible, frugal, however you want to call them, that they made an exception for Joe Burrow to do his deal at the time and when they did, but they don't typically do that. And Jamar Chase does still have 2 years up on his deal because they picked up his 5th-year rookie option, and he wants to get a deal done now. CeeDee Lamb went through this last year. Justin Jefferson went through this last year, and they didn't get it done. They had to wait until this offseason to ultimately get their wide receiver contracts through. How do you think this plays out with Jamar Chase and in the most immediate impact from a betting perspective, that week 1 opener against the Patriots?
Well, it probably doesn't make a huge difference week 1, right? Jamar Chase worth about a point and a half. You've got the Bengals right now as 8.5-point favorites. We've seen it in the market at 9. I think at 8.5, it's a great opportunity to put them on a 6-point teaser. I think this gets closer to 10 by the time we kick off. I think this is asinine by the Cincinnati Bengals organization. This is just, what are we doing? What are we doing here? You didn't pay T. Higgins. You made your decision that Jamar Chase was your guy. And every single month you wait, the wide receiver market gets reset. All that's just going to happen here is you're going to pay Jamar Chase more money than what you would have had to pay him if you did this deal 3 months ago, because then the CeeDee Lamb deal wouldn't have already been in the books. The Tyreek Hill, the Waddle deal wouldn't already be in the books. You would be able to pay him less had you signed him 3 months ago than today. And guess what? Spoiler alert. They're going to sign him. They're going to give him the extension. If it's not this offseason, it's next offseason. All you're doing is costing your franchise money against the cap by waiting to do this. I have no clue what the Bengals are doing here. It makes no sense not to re-sign him as soon as possible, as soon as you made the decision around T. Higgins. You made your choice. Go ahead and ink the guy that you believe is the better of the two and that, honestly, Joe Burrow has a better connection with. Like, there are so many ramifications here by not signing Jamar Chase that I just don't understand what the organization's doing. It makes no sense to me.
Well, that's the thing. And he, I think, like Joe Burrow, is the exception, not the rule. He is one of the best wide receivers in the league. You could put him up against anybody, right? Like Tyreek Hill is number 1. Sure, he's in his own class, but he's right there with Justin Jefferson. He's right there, if not better than CeeDee Lamb, in what he has shown in his skill set and what they project him ultimately to be. So I'm 100% with you. It seems crazy that they're going through this right now. The opening line, I mean, not the opening line, the steady line for a while with this Patriots and Bengals game was around 9.5, and we are seeing the Bengals favored by just 8.5 now. Total 40. Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at 0 cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.